Alright, it's your boy Boss of Great, and did you know that I have been diagnosed with diabetes a few years ago, maybe even 5 years ago? And this is what this video is about. And I was also scared to take drugs that would help me get diabetes in control. So, if you are like me, or know someone that is possibly like me, share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, so I can keep giving you guys updates about my journey. This is actually my second video that I've done about Ozempic and Wegovy, all these different types of drugs that they have that are supposed to help us. And I will let you know some of my inside tips about what I've been going through as far as symptoms, reactions, all types of different things I want to cover in this video. And also, talk about fears, talk about, I guess the good things about it also, because by far it is way more good than bad. And I want you to stay around for this video so that you can find out and have a healthier you. It's your boy Boss of Great, and let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. My journey with Ozempic, weight loss, and diabetes, and everything in between. This is what this video is about. So, I wanted to share my experiences with the Ozempic and, this weight loss drug. It wasn't never really intended to supposed to be, a weight loss drug, but it just became to be some sort of fad, right? That's not why I ended up taking it. I took it because I wanted help with my diabetes. And it's been a big help with my diabetes. It's been a roller coaster, and I've noticed some pretty interesting things along the way. Let's start with this. For the first couple weeks, I noticed that food, it just didn't taste right, guys. And why it tasted different, I have no clue why, but just things were not normal. And when I say things were not normal, I'm talking about the things that I actually love and I like sausage and cheese dip, coffee, those sort of things. Actually coffee was a little bit later, but sausage and certain meats and things, it just didn't taste the same. It tasted actually awful. And that's one thing that can happen, especially in your first couple weeks to a month. Just taste buds just changes. I was convinced that the Ozempic was messing with my taste buds, but then come to find out that my sister-in-law changed the recipe or something like that. So that was part of it. It may not have been all of it. But I do want you to be aware that sometimes it's not the drug, sometimes it's just people changing our recipes. So make sure you ask if something tastes a little weird, did somebody change it up? Because it could be they changed it up or they bought something different. And then you're thinking it's the drug, but it's not the drug. So that's like my first tip. That's a small one, right? Yeah, I know. But at the same time, there were other changes that definitely felt like Ozempic. Like it was tied to Ozempic. By week 6, for instance, the coffee started hitting harder. I started to become more sensitive to it. Like it was stronger and just affecting me way more than usual. And that's not normal for me because I was a heavy coffee drinker before Ozempic. And what I mean by that is I could drink 3 or 4 cups a day. I mean, that's probably fucking sad. Sorry for the language, but I mean, I'm serious. Think about how many cups of coffee I used to drink on a daily basis. Is insane. I did also notice that by the same week when my coffee started messing up, as far as taste and stuff, I had lost 10 pounds, and that felt good. I could feel the weight come off me. But then the New Year came, and the holidays came, and Christmas and all those different, festive times. I mean, you want to eat. I mean, and if you don't, you're lying to yourself when you say that you don't. And I was indulging in cakes and, cookies and stuff like that. But I'll tell you this about cakes, okay? Zero sugar stuff. I used to fucking love eating those things, right? But the zero sugar stuff, it's just been not good, and I don't know why. It's like we develop as diabetics this way of eating like Coke Zero, and we love, taking like even stevia. Like stevia started tasting just not great, and it's like the real stuff that you shouldn't be doing is what you want again. And I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I know it's better for your body to actually take in real sugar opposed to fake sugar like Splenda and different things like that. Stevia is supposed to be good for you, monk sugar, those type of things. But when you get into actually indulging into actual real sugar and molasses and syrup and waffles and stuff, I mean, it is, I will say this, Ozempic makes you not want to indulge in everything and when I mean indulge, I mean like indulge, you gonna smash it. It's like something with your taste that will be like, if I eat this too much, it's gonna make me want to be sick to my stomach. Okay, and that could be a good thing to some people, and that could be a bad thing to some people, because some people just want to indulge and they want to be fucking bad. They want to be horrible when it comes to their eating and things like that. I know of relatives and people in my family that just, hey, get me the biggest cake that you can cut and I'm gonna eat it all. I took my shot today, it's on. That, you can't be like that with Ozempic. You can't be like that with Wegovy. You can't be like that with these particular weight loss and diabetic drugs, okay? Let's just start there. It's supposed to be a diabetic drug. So why are you trying to go crazy on the diabetes drug when it was never meant for that. It was never honestly meant for people to just try to lose weight. It's just an added side effect bonus, I guess, in a sense. But at the same time, people are just abusing it. And then they're wondering why they're sick. Wondering why they don't feel good when they take the drug, because you're really messing up at the end of the day. You can't do that. And I found myself even wanting to do certain things. Like Snicker bars. Oh my God, I love Snicker bars. It tastes amazing. It always did. That's probably how you end up with diabetes anyway. I guess what I'm trying to say is watch the things that you're eating. Because Ozempic is going to let you know by your taste buds that you're eating something and you have a certain amount you can eat. You do. But don't go over that limit, because if you do, you're going to fucking puke. Straight up. You're going to puke. You're going to puke. You're going to be not feeling well. You're going to have headaches. You're going to do all types of different things. And you're going to be like, oh, well, it's the drug. Yeah, it is a drug because you're not taking the drug properly. And if you don't take the drug properly, whose fault can you say? You can't say it's a doctor. You can't say it's anybody else's. But point your finger at somebody, and guess what? You got 3 fingers pointing back at you, right? You got 3 fingers pointing right back at you. So it's not nobody's fault but yourself. Okay, think about that. And I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I do want you to be conscious of this. You have to be knowledgeable about what you're eating and putting inside your body, process wise. Or the medicine, it can work, but it may not work to its full potential. Before it was Ozempic, I will tell you this: I was always hungry and upset, especially when I hadn't eaten. But in that first month of taking it, I could skip breakfast, okay, and I could almost skip lunch. That's how great I was feeling. And I wasn't feeling agitated. It was a huge relief, because it was like, it almost felt like a superpower. That's how I felt. I feel like I had a superpower because I didn't have this damn thing in my stomach saying, you better eat, boy, because if you don't eat, you're going to beat somebody up. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm not trying to be over dramatic or anything like that. I hope this is really helping you guys. I really do, because if you struggle with weight loss like me, and it's, people say, oh, it's not based on, I don't eat a lot and stuff like that. I think, honestly, you could be lying to yourself, because I feel like I was lying to myself when I said I didn't eat a lot. I ate a lot, but how I thought about it is, I'm not eating carbs, based on keto, I'm not doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff in the middle of the night. But when I eat and I go in the middle of the night, I'm going for the meats and different things like a carnivore type diet. Well, carnivore diet is kind of like one of the worst diets you could probably be on. Not in a sense of just, oh, you think of it as carnivore, like, oh, you just eating all meats. I'm talking about eating any type of meat that you want. Carnivore might be okay if you're doing clean, grass-fed meat, that sort of thing coming from that aspect of it. But when I went carnivore, because I did go carnivore, I know this is a little bit variation of it, but I trust me, it's coming back. It's gonna come all the way back together. When I did carnivore, I felt like it was the best thing in life. But my insides, when I went to the doctor to check my blood work, that stuff was screwed. I had all the muscles, I was lean as hell, but I ate anything that was meat, but no fruits, no veggies, no nothing other than meat. My intestines must have stunk so bad. And I mean that, guys. I really do. I really mean that when I say that my intestines must have stunk pretty bad. And I think I was looking at the wrong camera the whole time. It sucks so bad. Oh my god. My bad, guys, if I was not looking at you. But I'm here now. So what I mean is my intestines must have stunk really bad because I didn't do anything but that. And that honestly sucks all in itself, because at the end of the day, you know, no fruits, no veggies, those are things that your body really does need and crave. You know, it craves the alkaline diet. And when I say the alkaline diet, I mean that. I mean the alkaline diet that, you know, water and not just water, but I mean H3Os and different things. I think I can't remember the guy's name, but he talks about drinking your fruit as water. Not necessarily just drinking water, but drinking your fruit as your water, and also as your food and different things like those. These are things that you can do to help change your body and heal your body from diabetes. Trust me, my friends. Like, if you can afford these type of fruits and veggies and stuff like that, go for that, opposed to the meat. And if you can just do it. And what I'm finding is these drugs, they're helping you be able to do it because it's putting your body in like a fasted, controlled state. I mean, and it's amazing what it can do, but at the same time, I know it has its risk, but what are you going to do? You're just going to keep wasting your life and just taking a risk on, hey, as long as I take my supplement, you take this drug once a week. Once a week, it's one shot a week. Yes, it sounds, people say, oh, it's so scary. It's a little teeny, like, it's not even like a bee sting. You don't even feel it. Once you put it in there, boom, right in your belly. You can put it in your arm. You can put it in your thigh. You got all types of ways that you can put this in yourself once a week. And it sounds scary. It sounds crazy. Different things like that. But I promise you, after I took mine the first and second week, I was looking forward to doing this the third, the fourth. Hell, I want to take one right now because I feel so good every time I take it. I don't know why that is. I don't know what's in it to make you feel that way. But I know you feel way better when you take it than when you don't. I can tell you that the highs and the lows and all those different things. Speaking of highs and lows, I had so much energy when I first started taking it, but then like 6 to 8 weeks, somewhere in that time frame, I started getting so tired after my daily, things that I do, the meetings and everything else I do with work. Well, I come home every night and I just have to crash on the couch. And it's not because I've been doing anything crazy. It's something about the drug, I think, that makes me feel that way. Yes, tiredness is part of the symptom of the drug. And because it's part of the symptom of the drug, yes, naturally, you can be tired. That's one thing you have to know. And me increasing the dosage, I don't know if I want to do it because my numbers are good. But the problem is the hunger isn't good anymore. So how long before the hunger isn't good and I indulge into the hunger and the numbers go up? So these are things you have to think about when you're taking Ozempic, right? So let me get to my next part here. Let me see, because I'm just taking some notes here that I'm going up. So here we go. We have, I guess, things that you gotta weigh. You gotta weigh the pros and cons. And I'm talking about Ozempic, Wegovy, Jardiance, you know, all those different ones, but especially Ozempic and Wegovy, because I don't really know too much about Jardiance. But Ozempic, you have to remember this. Ozempic just keeps you from having a hunger. It doesn't necessarily lower your blood glucose numbers. What lowers it is you're not eating as much. You're not taking those same big portions. Now, what you want to keep in mind also is they offer you to take the metformin with it. I opted out because I didn't want too many drugs in my body. There is an alternative drug that you can take called berberine, and you can also take cinnamon pills with chromium. Chromium helps your pancreas. Chromium will heal the pancreas, from what Dr. Sadie said. And basically, I'm a living witness that I believe it does do a lot if you do right by your body. And what I mean by that is, if you're not one of those people that's just say, oh, I'm going to take my meds and blah, blah, I'm going to eat whatever the fuck I want. No, you can't be like that. You really have to let your body heal while being on these drugs, because that's what they're supposed to do. This drug is supposed to heal your body. Well, how can it heal your body if you're not treating your body right? Think about that. I believe these drugs can definitely be lifesavers, but if you abuse a drug, just like any drug, it could probably kill you. You go overdose. I mean, seriously. And what I mean by that is your numbers are going to start going back up. You're going to wonder why. And they're going to keep giving you bigger doses, bigger doses. The goal is not to keep giving bigger doses. The goal is to train your body how to properly eat. The best way that I've heard of it put is like, say for instance, you talk about your air. People like their air on different temperatures. Some people like it on 75, some people like it on 80. You know, depends on what part of the spectrum that you're on. Maybe even 70 or even 69. I heard of that, you know. They wanted that low all year. They wanted that low. So, whichever one that you, however you want yours to be. Well, let's put you like the numbers. Let's say 75 is like the perfect number. Okay. Anything under 75, you're skinnier, right? Anything above 75, let's just say you're fat, you're bigger. I don't know what the words you use. I think it's obese. My bad for saying fat, but hey, it is what it is. I'm part of the class right now, right? So the point of what I'm saying is, think about that dial. Now, our body when we're eating, it's basically saying that we're still hungry. So think of it as you're still cold. So if you're overweight and you're constantly overweight and things like that, if you get under 75, right, and you go down to 72, you are mad as hell. Why are you mad? Because you're cold, right? It's like temperature, you're cold. So you got to turn it up. So you go over 75. So you, all right, I'm going to 78. I'm still a little cold. Let's go to 80. It feels good, but you know, I could do a little more. I could lose a little bit more heat. 82, 85. You are well over what it should be, and you're gonna be hot as hell. And in weight perspective, you're gonna be really overweight going up to 85. So what Ozempic does, being a GLP, it's a hormone, and it tells your brain to shut the heck off at 75, because if you don't, all hell gonna break loose. You ain't gonna feel good. You're gonna feel tired. You're gonna get what they call the itis. Let's just call it itis. Y'all know what the rest is. I'm just gonna call it the itis. You're gonna get that, and as you get that, you're gonna hate having that, because you're gonna be like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so tired? Because you should have kept the temperature at 75 and been comfortable. You didn't have to go and be uncomfortable by keep turning up. You have to be uncomfortable by keep eating over and over and over. Then you wonder, like, why you out of breath? Why Like you can't walk up and down stairs. All these different things that happens when you're not doing the right thing, right? So I say all that to say this: be mindful of the drugs that you're taking because they can harm you, but they could also help you a lot if you treat them like you need to. So Ozempic is not is Ozempic is worth it for me. You know, it's not perfect. That's what I want to say. It's not perfect. There's their ups and there's the downs. You know, especially going from hunger or not being hungry to being hungry again and feeling that anger come back and weird tastes that you may have. But it's helping you actually have a healthier life when you're taking it. If you're considering taking it, this is what I want to let you know. I mean, I just want to be really up close with you. Think about your health goals and what advantages that you would have by taking this drug. Because if you take it, it can really help change your life. And in an easier way. I'm not saying this is a miracle pill, this is a miracle shot. No, I'm not saying that. But it can really help you not have to check your numbers as much. I mean, hell, I was checking my numbers probably 10 times a day, trying to make sure that they stay normalized. Can you imagine that? Pop! 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 My fingers was fucked up. I'm sorry. That stuff was really bad. But I made a decision to take the drug, and I don't regret it. I pray I don't. I pray you don't. But we all are on a journey. Whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to get a better person, whatever it may be, my encouragement to you is to, if you pray about this. If you just want to have good thoughts about this, whatever it is that you do to get yourself in and meditate, do whatever you need to do to get your mind right before you make this major decision. Talk to your family members and weigh those options because they're big, they're major, and they're huge. It's not something that you just want to take lightly. It isn't. So I appreciate you for being here with me today. I am your boy Boss Up Great. And let me know if you want to see more content about this and continue on about my journey. I did lose 10 pounds being on it. I also gained 8 back because I was fucking indulging. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm indulging in cookies and stuff. My numbers were still fine. But at the same time, I know you can't consistently sustain doing that. Because if you do, you're gonna have your numbers go back up and all that. No. You have to be mindful of this. You're on the drug to lose the weight and keep your numbers in check. So if you have that type of mindset going into this, I think you'll do fine. And it's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to feel scared about. Just go ahead on and do it. Get over the fear. Get over the anxiety. You're going to feel like nothing ever happened when you take it. You're going to be like, oh my God, why didn't I take it sooner? That's all I got to say. It's your boy Boss Up Great, and I'm out.